Range Rover Sport ABS pump. Now, you probably will never have to change one of these, but if you've got some weird stuff going on your brakes, then you may well get that. What we've got is pedal sinking. Now, we've just been doing it because it's the project car and we want to do the videos on, and we've replaced the master cylinder. We've replaced the brake servo, but that wasn't connected. We had an issue on that. And what we've now got to look at doing is we suspect the problem is linked to the ABS pump. So on here you've got 2 inputs on the master cylinder, you've got the 4 outputs here, and they're actually labelled if you look carefully, and you've got an electrical connector, and obviously it stops braking hydraulic fluid going to the brake cylinder of the wheel that's stopped, i.e. locked up, skidding, whatever. So that's how it works. So basically we're going to, so to replace it, we've got to undo these pipes here. We're going to undo this one here, which is 14mm. All these others are 11mm. And then we've got a couple of little mounting bolts, and I'll show you. And this is the unit. They're horrifically expensive new. We've gone for a used one, and obviously you can debate the merits. Obviously I think people can be aware of the merits of second-hand stuff. But obviously the one on the car, and every car everyone's driving, is second-hand by its nature. A lot of these Land Rovers are packing up because of the engines, so I think there's a reasonable. So what we're going to undo is we're going to undo these 2 bolts here, which will reduce the bracket. Now they're both open, you'll see, so we don't need to take them out completely. We just need to loosen these 2, and then that will allow us to lift it off this fork out of these little rubber bungs here. Now, the only thing you can see here, it's got RR, so you've got RL for rear left, rear right, front left. So basically you've got those 4 pipes. You can't mix these 2 up because they're different sizes. You can see the difference in the 2 threads there. Okay, you got that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the only thing I'm slightly worried about is these 4 pipes. So I've got a little Sharpie pen, and I'm just going to put a 1 on there, 2 on there, 3 stripes on there, and 4 stripes on there. Now, I don't think they'll last too long, but they'll last long enough for me just to have a look. So I've got my old trusty brake pop spanner. I'm worried how tight these are going to be, so it's 11mm. And what a normal spanner open, you can't get a ring spanner over the pipe, and a normal open-ended spanner only fits on 2 flats, and you can round them off. So this one, oh, and it is tight as well. So I thought if I just loosen these while it's all, I don't necessarily need to take them out now. I could leave that to the last thing. But while it's on the bracket and half solid, if I get those loose, I know I'm halfway there, don't I? It's Christmas Eve, isn't it, Gary?
Mm-hmm.
It won't be when you're watching this, probably. Right, that one's 11 there. And then get that 14. Alright, so that's all the pipes loose. And then I've got a 10mm socket with a little extension, which I think will just get me down in there. Might be a bit dark on the video, I do apologise, but I did show you the one on the. How loose do you reckon I need to go? I don't need to go ultra loose, do I? Can I get my socket out of there now? No. Oh, that bulkhead will move in now. Yeah, just there. I think I'm going to take the extension off for that last one. Have I got enough room to swing him in there?
Yeah, you should be alright.
You should be alright. We've just got about 1 click on there. Now, I don't know how to get the electrical connector off this, but I think if we get it out, do you reckon we've got any more length on the electrical connector to work that out? I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. Right, so I reckon they'll be loose enough. And then I should better, I can just do a test even with the pipes on. See if it'll lift it off. Not quite. So I'll loosen those some more, and then I'll come back and lift this off. Right, so I've done that a little bit more, and then that'll lift out now. So you can see that's all come separate now. So now I'll just undo these on here. In fact, it might be quicker with an open-ended. So I know what order they're in. So I'll just take each one of these out in turn. I'll do the first one, then I'll... There you go. So then you can just lift those out of there. Well, I'll keep on and do these. Okay, so I've got those undone. It was a fairly... You really didn't want to watch me do that when we're doing them a flat at a time. Now just a couple of notes. Brake fluid is not good for paintwork. Probably not good for your skin either. So we're going to get some brake fluid coming out of these. Don't spread it around everywhere. Yeah. It's coming. Your finger loose yet? Nearly. Give it a wiggle. Alright, come on. Right, so that should be, yeah, you'll see some brake fluid dripping out now. I'm hoping that we can then lift it up a little bit. Let's slide him out on Jack like that. But he will have the electrical connector still on him. So let's have a look. Okay, so this looks like one of those BMW type connectors. So if you raise that, it should sort of self-eject that whole connector. There you go, that goes round. Okay, and probably worth checking when you're doing it, checking inside that none of the pins look green and furry and nasty. Right, so let's hook that out of there. That wasn't too bad, was it? No. Right, now, obviously if you're using second-hand stuff, the problem you've got is making sure you get the right part and the right part number. So you as well to check any part numbers or settings you've got. I've bought this and the guy assures me it's for the right vehicle. Check everything looks the same. Yeah, they look the same, don't they?
Yeah.
And in fact, it's interesting to note, I didn't spot this before, Gary, but can you notice there, although they were both 11mm, those are bigger, those two there are bigger than those two. And you see that's the same on the other one. Alright, so let's just check all the connections. Everything looked the same. No, now look, epic fail. So they've clearly got two different things. So we're going to have to, so if you're doing it, make sure you do get the right part number, and we'll pick this up when we've got the right one. So they've obviously swapped over the two there to different connectors.
Yeah.
So yeah, it might even be worth taking, the trouble is if you take the one off your car, you're then dead. So you really want to make sure you get the right one. But there you go, watch that then. So have a quick look at your connector, because you could disconnect your connector and look at it, and then still use your car. So I suggest you do that. We'll go and get the right one and join you again. Right, so we have now got the right connector, and we've refitted the ABS unit. It's all in there good. We're going to bleed it now. We've left these two front connections loose because we're going to just bleed these pipes. Now, bear in mind, when you're changing your ABS unit, in theory, you need to use a diagnostics tool to go into the menu, the service menu. We'll do a video for that, and Gary will do the little pointy thing, and we'll put the link there. Yeah, up there. And we'll show you how to use. We're going to use the IID tool. We've got another tool as well, actually. We've got a Carsoft thing we'll try and use. And you've got to open all the little valves, because there could be air trapped inside. So it sort of does a little blah, 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 and opens all the valves inside. So there we go. Hope that helps you change your ABS unit. They shouldn't go wrong too much. But if you think that's the problem, there we go. Enjoy it.